Craig chose to be rave daddy over being here at the show, so we wish him nothing but the best. We wish him nothing but the best.
What is he doing?
Oh, he's just saving people's lives, man. That's what he does. He travels abroad. He keeps little packs of anti-drugs on him, which is crazy because he loves drugs so much, dude. But he keeps these little packs of anti-drugs on him. So that way if people are like, I'm freaking out, man, I've had way too many drugs, dude. Craig's been around so many people who have come up to him and been like, I'm on too many drugs, man. And he's like, here, little magic thing right here. And he's good about like, man, think about all the drugs you did. All you guys. I can see all you sinners. Look at everyone looking at me right now like a bunch of sinners. Everybody's done a lot of drugs in here. And I bought drugs from a guy after a strip club. Me and my buddy were hammered. We went to some gas station outside of Sauget, not even in the little area. I don't even know where this gas station is. This guy comes up to us. I was feeding a random pit bull beef jerky because it was emaciated and it had puppies and it looked pretty friendly. But my buddy was behind me buying drugs in a matchbook from this fella who was parked at the pump next to us who asked us if we wanted to buy drugs. I was like, I'm going to let my buddy handle this one. I walked away. When I came back, they're digging through his trunk. And I'm like, how much?
The one where they were in the trunk.
Yeah, I'm like, how many drugs, how many kilos of drugs is this guy buying? He pulls out a matchbook with drugs in it. I'm like, we had to go to the trunk for the matchbook? I just imagine the trunk empty and just the matchbook sitting in there and being like, hey, man. You gotta keep eye, man. Come on. And then he hands it. Just sitting there like a little mint. A little mint for everyone. So then we Jesus. So then we get it in the car and we're obviously like, do we do this? Is this a good idea?
Oh, it is always a good idea.
It was a great idea, dude. It turns out I don't think it was anything. I don't know if it was baby aspirin or what it was, but we were so jacked up from the strip club that it didn't really matter at that point. But this is a PSA for fentanyl, guys. See, you can't do stuff like that anymore, kids.
I do have.
We can't do any, okay? Don't do that anymore, guys. We lived reckless. I'm not trying to glorify that story. Tell me your awesome story.
All right, so I don't know how I met this dude. God, this is so embarrassing. I think it's a million listens. I do not really
Dude, hold on. We got one person in the chat here. Mike, how many we got over there? 5. That's 6 people who are going to hear your truth, buddy. Let it rip.
So, so I ended up hitting out this dude. I think on my phone I called him Ace. This is way back, this is probably 6, 7 years ago. He was like, yeah, meet me at the Conoco. I'm not going to say where, but,
You're going to give every other dude in the bathroom?
So I met him.
Why is this a secret?
And he threw me this bag, and it felt like way more than what I was paying for. So, I get it, and, at the time, I wasn't going to ask many questions. It's, the middle of the day. But afterwards, I texted him, hey, what is this? This is, in a bunch of little pills. He goes, oh, yeah, they're Fenty. And I'm like,
no.
I just threw that away.
No,
dude.
I threw it away I sold it to some school children.
I turned around and sold it to the next person.
I made a flip, dude.
I chalked it up as just a learning experience.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. We all go through learning experiences in our lives, dude.
Thanks, Ace. I'm going to hit him up.
That was right before the show, too, so he's kind of bummed about it. It's in the trash can outside of the studios. We're kidding, obviously. Do I have to say that every week? I'm kidding, obviously. That's what a joke is. We got a lot of good things to get to tonight. I want to say thank you to everyone here in the studio. We got Matt smiling over there. His little cute little face. Hello, there he is. Mike, how we doing tonight, buddy?
Doing great.
Darren, you heard his just debaucherous story earlier, so you know. And we got Tommy Bizzle in the house tonight.
Hello.
Guys, the world's getting pretty crazy, but I think I have some ideas how to figure this whole thing out.
Let's hear it.
Which is pretty cool.
Let's start off with living in Mars.
I've been looking up properties in Costa Rica. Seriously, do you guys ever think about leaving the country? Part of me is like,
yes.
no, okay, guys, don't answer so freaking quickly, dude. You traitorous bastard. Yeah, let me
waiting for my new passport. This is going to be our topic.
Let me drag this out, dude. I only have 4 topics now, Craig. Here. Usually I say 3 words and he'll talk for an hour and 15 minutes. You guys are making this hard on me. We all have stories. But it would be tough, okay? And I don't want this. Some of the reason I don't leave St. Louis is because I don't want it to be like that. I don't want to leave, and then St. Louis gets awesome, and then I try to come back, and everyone in St. Louis is like, "You freaking left! You left! You left your hometown! How dare you!" You know how people are. No one would ever do that, by the way. That's just me in my own head when I sleep at night. Like, "You loser! You left it!" Because I have some sort of sick thing inside of me, some sort of egotistical sick thing that's like, you gotta save this city, brother. You gotta do something to set things in motion where we can get on. Somebody's got to do something.
I think it'd be a funny newscast if they newscasters got informed of who left, who moved out of St. Louis, and they just
That's terrific.
Top of the hour tracker. Oh, hey, the Jones family. They took a dip to go to Toledo, and you're just kind of giving all this super personal information, speculating why they left. I think that'd be a funny little topic.
Steve's trying to come back here and live a normal life. He left 6 years ago when our gross per capita margins were at their lowest, and now this city's at its tops. Get him out of here! That's my worst fear, Plowboy.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about worst fears two shows ago. That's actually my worst fear. Having the board of St. Louis people who decide on who left and who came back, keeping track of that. It's a small town. We got a small town vibe.
The video was like, well, we were going to, put up shop here in St. Louis headquarters.
Steve left.
I saw that the Elgin,
they packed up and left.
So we decided to go to the
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Except, who did you say?
NVIDIA.
See, I'd be glad because all these people, you guys hear about our energy bills
Who
going.
begging for Build-A-Bear?
Everyone here. So that company's outrageous how much money that company makes, dude. It's like the BlackRock of toys, dude.
Talk about a fancy move. You could just, wrap up that bear. This one's going to Mexico.
Yeah, dude. This
one's 100% going to Mexico.
They used to call.
You buy a little sombrero and a poncho for it.
The stuffing's a little weird. Oh, don't worry.
They used to call me the Fenny Bear. They'd send me across state line just chock full, dude. That's obviously a joke.
The Fenny Bear is actually a good one because it comes with a free little mini Craig, giving you Narcan.
Yeah, exactly. It comes with a little mini Craig that's like, I'll save you.
The Craig and the Narcan come separately. You gotta pay $50 for that.
Guys, we're all paying a little bit extra in our energy bills because they're building all these data centers for all the stupid AI stuff. Remember how I used to be like very pro AI and I loved AI? I still do, okay, to a certain extent. But AI is so ridiculous now. I've basically got off all of it. It's me versus machines now. I like to let my brain cook, dude. Now, does it help give me certain ideas and arrange things in a certain way? Do I like to spout off a lot of things to it? And it's kind of like this little assistant that just is there to assist me, not to think for me. Because if you try to get it to do certain things, it will not do certain things that don't make any sense at all. And AI they trust the official narrative on just about anything. They're like, baby, the New York Times said it. What do you think, dude? And I'm like, I think the New York Times is one of the biggest media conglomerations in the world. And I think that with that comes a set of powers that they try to control the narrative. Maybe. Is that crazy? Is that crazy to think the media is maybe trying to control the narrative?
Not at all. I don't even know. I can't even bring it up, so I don't even know what media conglomerate owns this station. So I just know it's Scorched Earth and a potential, part of our satellite network. So I'm just gonna shut up on that. They're definitely corrupt. Speaking of the data centers, have you seen the ones that are just like poisoning the water system? No. Because I forgot why it was the case, but there's one that is super close to an actual neighborhood. I know there are articles and videos and things of that nature. I forgot where I saw it. Probably Twitter. But yeah, like just poisoning the water in that area of these huge data centers, and also taking a lot of the sun away, apparently too.
You don't need sun and you don't need water. Okay, I mean it's that simple.
Gigantic, and these are like small little communities, like on hills. So like. I mean, eventually they're going to be just rolling tanks down major cities, and they're just going to have a curfew. For you.
Yeah, which has been awful. So we're gonna go ahead and just